It was early morning. Ethan hit the alarm for the third time and pulled the blanket over his head again. His voice should sound sleepy, lazy, almost whispering. By the time he reached art class, he was late. Again. His teacher looked up from her desk and sighed. "Ethan, you're talented, but you never finish anything. Even the best work means nothing if it's not done on time." She paused, her tone becoming more serious. "There's an important competition tomorrow, but I doubt you'll finish your painting in time." Ethan shrugged. "I still have time," he said, but of course he didn't finish. The next day his teacher left quietly after class. "You can't stop time, Ethan, and everything you postpone, you lose." When he came back to his seat, a small folded note waited for him. 3 words were written in neat handwriting. Go. See. Learn. Below it, an address. Alder's workshop. After school, curiosity won. Just a few streets from his home, Ethan noticed an old wooden sign that read, Alder's Workshop, where patience shapes. The door was slightly open. The air smelled of sawdust and pine. Inside, an elderly man worked with calm precision, hammering softly on a piece of wood. Ethan hesitated. "Excuse me, my teacher sent me here, but I'm not sure why." "Maybe it's a mistake," the man smiled without looking up. "No mistake, son. You've come to the right door at the right time." He finally looked up, eyes wise and steady. "I'm Alder," he said. "Tell me, do you really want to learn?" Ethan swallowed and nodded. "Yes, I do." Alder brushed the sawdust aside and handed him a small wooden board. "Then let's begin. Draw a line, make it straight." Ethan tried to draw a straight line. It came out crooked. He tried again, still uneven. "It's not working," he murmured. Alder chuckled softly. "It never does at first. Everything starts crooked, but if you don't give up, you straighten with it." That day Ethan stayed until sunset, drawing lines again and again. The next morning he returned, and again the day after. Every line a little steadier, every breath a little calmer. Days turned into weeks. Lines became patterns, patterns turned into carvings. A leaf, a bird, a branch, each one more precise, more alive. Alder watched quietly. "Discipline isn't doing the same thing," he said. "It's doing it a little better each day." One morning Alder wasn't there. On the workbench lay a small note. "Today is your test." Let patience decide. Ethan waited, then quietly began to carve. He created a sunrise, light emerging over mountains, birds taking flight. Silence turned into art. Hours passed. When Alder returned, he simply stood and watched. "This," he said softly, "this is no longer a carving. It's your story." A week later, a knock on the door. Ethan's teacher stepped inside the workshop. "Father," she said, smiling, "Ethan is the student I told you about, the one with quiet talent." Ethan froze. Alder smiled. "Yes," he said, "talent can bloom fast, but he must keep working." The teacher picked up Ethan's carving. It showed a sunrise, birds and shapes reaching for the sky, a whisper of infinity. "Ethan," she said, "with your permission, I'd like to send this to the National Art Competition. You have a story worth sharing." Ethan's eyes filled with tears. He bowed his head. "Thank you," he whispered. Alder rested a hand on his shoulder. "Discipline isn't for reward, it's for yourself." Weeks later, Ethan woke early, not from an alarm but from habit. On his desk lay his first crooked line, a quiet reminder. Then the mail arrived, a gold-stamped envelope, National Art Competition, final results. He tore it open. "Dear Ethan John, your work, Rise of Patience, has won first place. His hands shook, his eyes filled. He ran to the workshop. Alder and his teacher were waiting. I won, he shouted. Alder smiled. I know. You earned the cup long before today. Later, in the bright gallery hall, Ethan stood beside his wooden masterpiece under a glass case. A trophy glimmered next to it, a plaque reading, The Power of Discipline by Ethan John. He lifted the cup, light reflecting on his face. This isn't just a prize, he said softly. It's proof that patience wins. Behind him on the wall, his first crooked line was framed. Below it, Alder's handwriting, everything starts crooked. But if you don't give up, it straightens. With you.
Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, subscribe and share to support more meaningful tales. Thank you.